We created a site using AI in our previous video. In this video, we will host the site for free with SSL certificate. This is the site we created. Now first we will create a repository in GitHub. Just log in or sign up to GitHub and follow along. Now this is important if you just want github.io to come after your website name. First, make sure your GitHub account name and repository should have same name. And after putting that name, put .github.io at end and save it. As I have already created a site at that domain, so it's not available for me, but it will be available for you. Further in this video, I will show you my original repository hosted at github.io domain. For this video, we will be using demo name. This is how your site address will look when you create a repository with your GitHub account name and put .github.io at end. Again, I'm putting demo name because I have already used github.io domain, but you need to put your GitHub name, then .github.io to get short address like our Tecnik official site. Make sure it's public, or else GitHub Pages won't work. Do note if you want to keep your repository private and still host the site, you can deploy site to third-party services like Cloudflare and Vercel. We will talk about that further in this video. After clicking on Upload File, all we need to do is drag and drop our index.html file. Do note the file name should be index.html for site to work. Now go to Settings. Click on Pages and select Main Branch. Here now, your site is hosted for free with github.io domain. Do note, you can only host static sites here, which is still pretty good, as there is no time limit. It's free hosting for your projects, and repository helps us quickly update files. If you want dynamic site hosting for free, we will talk about that later in this video. You will only see till github.io, so don't worry. To edit the site, just click on Index File and make necessary changes. For example, we are changing the title of the site after uploading it to GitHub. Let's see if it gets updated in our live site or not. Once these are checked, the changes you made in index file will reflect on your live site. Here you can see it got updated, so uploading files in repository makes it easier to quickly update site. You may use GitLab instead of GitHub, as they both offer similar service. Now here is the repository where I'm using github.io domain. Do note, you can only name one repository, like this, to get just github.io at the end. As you can see, it only have my site name and github.io and nothing else. Now let's turn to another service where we can directly deploy our site or use GitHub integration. We will talk about both methods in this video, so stay tuned. The name you put here will be your site name. You cannot directly put index file here. Instead, you need to archive it in zip format and then upload. Wait few seconds while the site is deployed. Now let's talk about another service to deploy our site. This also supports dynamic sites. Log in using GitHub account. And if you can't find your repo, then follow these steps. Project name will be your site name. Now your site is active. Similarly, you can also link GitHub repo in Cloudflare Pages if you want. Now select the repo you want to deploy. Give it few seconds, and your website will be up and running. This last option is not as good as previously mentioned services, but you can try as it offers a choice of different domains. Here is the list of domains you can choose. After selecting the domain you want, follow these steps. Now upload your index.html file here. Do note that this service takes a lot longer time to make your site active compared to previously mentioned services. From this File Manager option, you can directly edit or upload your site. Also here, you need to separately get SSL certificate, which is valid for limited time. As previously mentioned, services offer built-in SSL certificate free without any time limit. Now we have to wait a day or more to get our site up and running. Here is a quick comparison of services discussed in this video. I know this video was lengthy, but we tried to cover good free hosting services available right now with detailed steps to deploy your site. If you find this video helpful, please do consider subscribing. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.